Stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up, but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here. All my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, all the way back home. Chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we don't have. Yesterday we could be ourselves, didn't have much but nevertheless we were true to each other. But now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No,
Hello and welcome. It's Rob and Maria McArtor. We are live right here this evening. It is Wednesday evening. We're super excited that you are here with us. We have a fantastic show ahead of us. We have the awesome and exciting Marlyn and Steve from Extreme Family Outreach. Really excited to have them on board with us tonight. We're going to also talk about the three tips to making a successful offer. We have a huge calendar of events that are coming up, so you want to make sure that you stay with us and see those calendar events that are coming up as well. We have some fantastic market stats, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk to Steve and Marlyn in just a few minutes as well. You definitely want to hang around for this one. Buckle up, get in real tight to your seat, because we're in for a fantastic ride. Hi, welcome back. Rob and Maria McArtor with Maryland Homes Team, Remax Components. This is Let's Talk Real Estate. This is a question and answer format show, so please feel free to type in your questions. Give us a thumbs up. It doesn't matter in the comment section below. We'd love to be able to throw your comments up on the screen. Any questions you have for Steve and Marlyn, our interviewees that are coming up a little bit later on. Our guests, and we're so excited to have them on board with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, but anyhow, just wanted to say we've had a fantastic week. If you want to follow us on social media, please feel free to do so. On Instagram, that's Maryland Homes Team. At Facebook, of course, you're on there probably right now. We're streaming live to Twitter at @McArtor, and we're also streaming live to YouTube at /Robert McArtor. We have a Pinterest account, and also definitely smash that plus button on TikTok, because we've been putting out a lot of fun, really engaging stuff that you want to take a look at. So I'm really happy about that.
Just check us out.
That's right. Yep. Just check us out.
And we are trying to get to a big number on our Instagram followers. So if we get any new ones this week, you just never know what will be ahead for you next week.
That's right. Exactly. So it's been a really exciting week. We had a team meeting earlier this week, and our people are really rejuvenated. They're really excited about the market, about things to come. The weather, obviously, the weather's changing.
it's a great market right now.
Is the weather changing or not? I mean, this is amazing. I
was
know it's supposed to get a little rain
beautiful.
tonight, but let me tell you something. I think the temperature, I feel it in the air. People are getting out. They're getting about, and they're excited about events that are popping up and spending time with their family and scheduling their vacations as well. So it's really, really, really great.
not?
So, yep, exactly. So, keep in mind that even though the interest rates are just slowly a little bit creeping up here and there, we don't want you to lose heart. There are more and more properties coming on the market right now. If you are looking to buy properties, so we're excited to be able to talk to you even
They're
more
still
about
record
that.
low.
That's right.
Still record low.
Yep, exactly, exactly. So our topic for today, the real estate topic, is 3 tips to make a successful offer. That's right. So if you want a successful offer, you definitely want to follow along these 3 tips here.
And definitely have an agent who's going to work hard for you, because we're hearing a lot of things in our office with some people not winning their offers, and it can be discouraging. So it's really good to have an agent who's in your corner and it's going to work hard for you.
That's right, exactly. So 3 tips for making a successful offer. Number 1, what are you going to
Oh
do?
my goodness, act fast.
In this market, you've got to act fast.
You got to be ready.
Be ready to move quickly on in this competitive market right here, and that means make sure that you align yourself with an agent that's going to answer that phone for you.
That would help.
Because if you are one of these, if you're one of the ones who obviously subscribe to our website at searchmydreamhome.com, you're going to realize that as soon as that property comes on the market, let's say it comes on the market on a Friday night at 7 o'clock, you're going to get a notification. Well, guess what? If your agent is off that weekend, or you can't get a hold of them until 10 o'clock the next morning,
5.
you want that agent to be able to, you want to have that conversation with that agent that evening and go ahead and set that schedule up to preview the home the next day, especially if you're pre-approved and you're ready to go. So act fast. That's the first one. The second one is submit your best offer.
Yeah, and I can tell a real quick story about that.
Sure.
The first thing is we've been signing offers at 11 o'clock at night in the office because we need to get them in. And we're willing to do that for your offer. But secondly, make your best offer. You might be counseled, well, go in low. They'll come back to you and ask you for your best and final. That's not the case today. If you like that house and it's what you really want, go in with your best foot forward. We have a seller right now that we had numerous offers on, and and everybody knew there was numerous offers, and someone came in quite a few tens of thousands lower, and then they were upset why they didn't have an opportunity to counter. Well, you know what? The seller's in control. If they want to make a decision on those 5 offers, then they make their decision. So you come in with your best
Come in
offer.
strong. That's right. Yep. Come in strong. And lastly, number 3, negotiate the offer. So this is where, again, align yourself with a good professional, real estate professional that has years and years of experience of being able to negotiate that best offer for you.
Yes.
If your offer is countered by the seller, your agent will help you reach the final terms.
And negotiating is really important. Sometimes we'll call the seller's agent and say, when are they looking to close? Do they need to close right away? Do they have to find a home? Today, a lot of the sellers have to still find a home. So then we know what they're looking for. Communication is the key.
That's right, exactly. So keep that in mind. Those are 3 tips, by the way, but we have a
Yes.
lot more to the show that's involved. We're coming up with Steve and Marlyn with Extreme Family Outreach. They're coming up next, and we're so excited to have them. We'll see you in just a second.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's gonna be a minute. It's a lot of tree.
Wow, re-insulate the whole thing, drywall.
The bank won't allow a credit with this much damage. Great. Believe it or not, it's not all bad. Okay? Thankfully, no one was hurt, and the seller has agreed to pay for a new roof before we close.
The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. The expertise to handle unexpected situations. That's who we are.
All right, here we go. Big round of applause. Everyone in our studio audience is round of applause for Steve and Marlyn Gambrill. The Steve and Marlyn Gambrill, by the way, with Extreme Family Outreach. I cannot believe that we're all in the same room together. I'm really excited about that, especially as busy as your schedule is.
Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Exactly.
You're welcome.
For anyone who who is questioning, like, who is Steve and Marlyn Gambrill? What is Extreme Outreach? I want to introduce themselves to you. Steve and Marlyn, go ahead. You take it away.
Well, I want to say thank you for having us. And like, you're right. This is quite a moment for us to be together because you are always so busy doing what you do and then the things that we do in the community. So we really appreciate this time.
Oh, we're so
Excellent.
glad you could be here.
Excellent. Steve and Marlyn, if you can just give us a little backstory, a little bit of history. You know, people are going to read about extreme family outreach, maybe in a magazine, things like that. But you know what? We're just having coffee together. It's just you and I in the room. Nobody else is watching right now. Give us a little backstory about what your vision was to move into extreme family outreach. Go ahead.
Okay, we've been married for about 20 years now, and we both were involved in different outreaches and things through the different churches that we belong to. And, you know, we saw how they were doing outreaches, and I think we both, even though we didn't even know each other at the time, really, thought it was a better way to do it. But, you know, when we got married, you know, we thought we want to be able to do something that really makes a big impact on a community, because you'll see churches doing outreach, you know, a couple times a year. And we thought we want to go in and go in and keep going in and stay, you know. And so here it is 18 years later, we're still going in, and it's been, you know, it's been a tremendous thing. But, you know, we heard about this place up in New York that did a program. And so we went up to New York to Metro World Child, and we spent the week on a gym floor and riding buses all through Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens, and Harlem, and all over the place, learning their program. And we kind of model our program after that. So
that's great.
We go into 10 different communities every week.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know,
that's really great.
You know, in the beginning of your show, you talked about 3 tips, 3 important tips for the business that you do. And as Steve was talking, I was thinking, you know, we got some important tips also that to make a difference in communities that are in great need. And that one thing that we have found is a great key is consistency.
Yes.
The consistency of keep going back and building that relationship and making a friend. And once that happens, then you have the opportunity to make a difference.
Yeah,
And you
great.
build trust, just like in our business. You build trust.
That's
And
right.
just a little background here. Rob and I have known Steve and Marlyn before they were even married. We were cheering for them to get
That's
married.
right.
And they have been such a great influence on our children. Dear Lord, when they were like infantile. So our oldest is 27, so they've been in our lives for a long time, and they're the kind of people when they come to stay, and they're like family.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So we're just super excited to have you on because, you know, obviously you are such strong members of the community. You're very powerful with the operation that you have, with the outreach program that you have, just taking care of these underserved communities throughout Harford County. We're so excited about that. But, you know, on a side note, just for those that are watching, maybe you just tuned in and you're watching this program and you have never heard of this outreach. I've known this couple, just like Maria said, you know, for well over probably 20 years easily. And they're the real deal. Let me tell you, there's some people out there, they're not the real deal. But these folks right here, they live, eat, and breathe serving. And I am just honored that if I could just be a part of that serving that they do, just even if it's just for a few moments, I'm just so honored to do that, to be able to do that. And Steve he speaks so humbly, but let me tell you, that ministry that they began as a group, going in and out of these churches and making large balloon sculptures and storylines and music and things of that nature was so impactful. And I'm sure a lot of those kids are now teenagers and they're grown, they have families, and I just want to let you know that
College.
you know you guys have really planted a seed that has not only flourished, but you have full crops out there that people are feasting from, and we're just so excited again to be able to have you
changing
part of the
lives
community.
really is what I feel and that I see.
Exactly.
Well, our
exactly.
hope
So,
is to grow fruit that'll last forever. And I believe that's what God calls us to do. And with us being out there on a regular basis throughout the years, that we're starting to see some of the fruit of our labor. And the children that we see in these communities, they're our future.
Yes.
And if anybody's looking to make a difference, I mean, when you listen to the news or you look around, there's a lot of hard things that's happening in our world, and it's happening in our own backyard. And together, actually, we can really go out and make a difference. And that's why we have been led throughout the years to go into communities that some folks, they don't understand why we go, but we go because we see the need. And when we look into the hearts of in the eyes of these children, we see their heart, and each and every one is special. So we're really grateful for the journey. You want to share our mission?
Yeah, our mission is to have a direct impact on children and families by taking our programs into the heart of their communities, providing tools to ensure positive futures. We go into 10 different communities up and down the Route 40 corridor, 6 in Edgewood, 2 in Aberdeen, 2 in Havre de Grace. And we go right into communities where a lot of people, I knew a police officer when we first started this. He goes, "I got to go with you in that neighborhood." But I'm really glad to say that we tell people, come with us and let us show you these neighborhoods. And yes, there's problems. There's all kind of problems, but the kids are loving and respectful. And if you're not doing drugs and interfering with the gangs or whatever, it's like everybody treats us. We're very well accepted in the neighborhoods there, and the kids are loving and respectful. Kids will come sit on a tarp. Sometimes we've had up to 100 kids on a tarp with great discipline. They listen. Over time, you take time week after week, the kids get to know you. That's where the discipline really comes from. If they don't know who you are, they're not going to listen to you. But we establish ground rules, and we have different positive and negative disciplines that we do. And to tell people, you'll come and see if what we say ain't so, And we have people come in and fall in love with these kids, and we have volunteers that have been with us for 10 years and more.
That's amazing.
And we know a lot of those friendly faces.
Yeah, that's really amazing. I had a chance to kind of comb through your website at length, and I tell you, you really have a fantastic structure. You have a fantastic board and staff members, and I know that they are just keeping the entire operation moving forward. And I'm just really excited about seeing the growth of your outreach. And again, I think Maria and you, Marlyn, have really hit the nail on the head when it comes to just building trust in the community, that you're going to be there when you say you're going to be there, and that you're really helping them take care of the kids. And I'll say this real quick, and then I want to go over maybe some of the community impact programs that you have. That you do. It's not just one thing, folks, that these people do. There's multiple different programs that they have throughout the year that you could be involved in. But I just want to share real quick, and that is, things that are going on in the world, things that happen worldwide and regionally, they have an impact on our local communities. Our underserved communities are hit sometimes even the hardest. And so this is a real impactful time that you can have as a community member, as a business owner. This is a time when you can jump in and say, something, during these volatile times that we're going through right now, I want to be a part of something great, and you could be a part of this type of outreach. And I encourage you to do so. But yeah, let's go through some of the programs here, if you don't mind.
Okay, if you see our big red van back there. We have three different vans. We'll come into a neighborhood right where the kids live. We try to go. Many of the neighborhoods we go into, single parent homes. They don't have proper transportation, or the mom either has trouble in their lives, or they're working several jobs, and so transportation can be really much an issue. So we try to get right where they get off the school bus. This is right in the community, right off the road, and we set up the tarps. We separate the boys from the girls just to create competition, and we do our program right there. We'll take some time for recreation at the beginning. Then they'll sit down on the tarps, and we'll teach a lesson. We are faith-based, so we do teach a Bible lesson, but we also partner with Harford County, like on the anti-tobacco, anti-drugs, healthy living. So we partner with the government, with churches, with businesses, and all kind of organizations. But the kids will sit there, and if they sit there through the whole thing and they don't leave, we take their name tag at the end and put it in and have a drawing for a prize. So
Yeah.
and we have about 400 kids every week sitting on the tarp.
Oh,
And
that's
also,
great.
I want it to be understood, like the communities that we go into are high risk communities, high risk with drugs and gangs, food poverty, abuse, and things like that. But yet a lot of people would say, like, why are you going into these communities? These kids are hopeless. They are not hopeless. They just need hope. That's what they need. So it's been amazing to see them, to watch them, to have life with them, and to see them grow to be productive citizens.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. That really is. The next program that you have is let's talk about the Bridge of Hope.
I love the Bridge of Hope. The Bridge of Hope is our visitation team that we have that goes out, and we actually visit the families like a couple of days prior to us being in their community. It's so important, like we said earlier, to build those relationships. We go out in teams, we knock on the door, we let Johnny know or whomever know that we're going to be in their community. And after a while, I tell you what happens, the adults start talking to us, we build relationships, and our goal is to find out what the needs may be, because we really have a lot of resources that we would like to connect the families to. And once we do that, well, then the entire family gets well, the community gets well. And that's our goal. And we are always having that relationship. It's home visits, it's making phone calls, it's connecting the families to things that are available in the community when there's free grocery giveaways, like over at the Epicenter or other local churches that we partner with, or if they're having a job fair. I mean, our hope is to be that conduit to help them get from here to there.
That's great. Yeah, that's perfect. And how about the back to school? One of my favorites.
Mine too. Actually, they're all my favorites, but that is.
Yeah.
You want to?
We have different special programs at different times of year, and the back to school bash is one of them. A lot of kids are under pressure, not having things they need for school. So
Sure.
we use it to give away school supplies. The main reason is, though, it gets the parents out too. It brings out a lot of kids. It helps us make that connection. We want to make those connections with the kids, and find out what their needs are. So it's a great way. We usually do a program like It's Cool to Be in School or something like that, to show the importance and be supportive of them getting through school, because there's a lot of pressure, to not conform to the school rules and things like that. So we want to be there showing them, hey, this is the key to your future if you want to really be successful and have a great life. So and it takes a lot of convincing to do that. And many of these kids are very smart, and so we want to help them and encourage them, and it's just fun to be on a ride with them through the whole thing.
And
Yeah.
actually, through the school supply drive that we do, we even hear from a lot of parents how much they appreciate the fact that your child is getting fresh, new school supplies, and how sometimes they had to make a choice between buying a child tennis shoes, new shoes, and school supplies. And I do, in a lot of the schools here in Harford County, some of the schools, when the children goes to school, there is actually there's school supplies on their desk. But with the school supplies that we're giving them, it is homework help for them. When they do homework, they got school supplies sitting there. So they're really appreciative.
Oh, that's awesome. And
That's
hearing you
great.
guys talk about that, being a former special educator, it just reminds me of Ben Carson, how one person believed in him and she couldn't even read and write. And that was his mom, who had her faith built and secured in Jesus, who encouraged her. And look at him. How many lives has he changed? and healed and helped and touched, just one person
so
to
true.
believe in you, and give you a chance. And being an educator, nobody knows what goes on behind those doors when they go home. And with the COVID shutdown and the kids being home more, and I mean, I'll never forget one little boy coming in every Monday morning, and he watched his two siblings. This is third grade, while his mom partied all weekend. And he came in, he was so hungry. He wanted to eat two breakfasts, and I would just buy him another one because he was so hungry. He hadn't eaten all weekend. It just broke my heart.
So, Marlyn, also let me just share with our audience, and that is, these backpacks and school supplies and things like that, they just don't fall out of the sky. They just don't show up at your front door. What I would encourage everyone to do is please visit their website, extremefamilyoutreach.org. Visit their website and make sure you subscribe to their newsletter, because their newsletter is so powerful, and it will tell you, it'll give you a timeline of different needs that they have throughout the year, and you can certainly be a part of fulfilling the needs of, again, the backpacks, the pencils, the pens, the school boxes. Do they still have the school boxes? The box where you put your glue and stuff in. When I was a kid, oh my gosh, I'm dating
Well,
myself.
we still have some in this house because I can't throw anything away.
I loved my school box when I was a kid. I loved my box.
They do the zipper bags now, honey.
You'd have paste in there and crayons, and I just loved it. So,
well, we don't have any like elementary schools anymore. We have only a high schooler now.
That's right, exactly.
And it's funny you were talking about connecting them, Marlyn, because my Gabe, who's the baby of the house, who's 15, he goes to Harford Tech. So I'm always sitting there at that light, and I noticed the Oak Grove Baptist Church, they have a food pantry, they do clothes, a day where people can come get clothes. And I'm thinking, all the clothes that I need to get rid of with tags, new. And I was like, wow, like I didn't even know that they did that kind of outreach. Yeah. So here I live in this community and I don't even know. I can't imagine for other people that are trying to work full time and busy and don't know things either.
Yeah, exactly. So you have the back to school bash. I'm sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say one of the things with a lot of churches have pantries, and many of them are located in Bel Air. And a lot of the people with the transportation, they have to be able to get there somehow. So it's nice. We do partner with a lot of different organizations and churches trying to get those resources down the Edgewood and Aberdeen way.
Yeah, it's almost like you need a mobile donation van.
Well,
but there is a place for those outfits to go, Maria. So you let me know.
Okay.
Because a lot of our moms, even our young ladies and all, that we are encouraging them to get a job. We even have a place where folks will help them do a resume. And then we also like to give them outfits. So when they go in for their interview, they're dressed for success.
Well,
everybody.
I have some things.
Okay, good.
And I even have I'm throwing it out there because I was getting ready to post it on Facebook. I have some new preemie clothes that I bought for my granddaughter because she was so tiny when she was born. She wasn't a preemie, but she just was tiny. But she literally outgrew them in a second and never even wore them. So
I have a place for them too.
I'm so happy.
Yes, because we partner with at the Epicenter has Birthright is now inside that facility, and they're one of our great partners. And young moms have the opportunity to go in there and get the education and the help and the clothing and the guidance that they need. So I just thought I would share that with you and our guests also.
And that's what we want. We want people to hear this.
Yeah, no. Another fantastic impact outreach that you do in the community, the Thanksgiving, which is the holiday of hope. I absolutely love. Again, another one of my favorites.
They're all wonderful.
Rob, I tell you what, I know why this is your favorite, because you have your sleeves rolled up and you're there delivering turkeys with us. Okay, that was so wonderful for you guys jumping in last Thanksgiving. It is such a blessing to the families that we serve. But I'll be honest with you, all the Thanksgiving meals and all that we're talking about, we could not do it on our own. We have folks like you that come in with your hands and your feet We have businesses like Chris Construction that comes in and buys lots of the turkeys. A lot of the churches come in and they donate food. And I mean, it just takes a lot of folks. I mean, we're all called to do something.
That's
And
right.
with our ministry, you know, there's a lot of opportunities to give and make a difference. But Thanksgiving, for a lot of our families, when they know that they're getting a complete Thanksgiving dinner, including the pan to cook it in, and I'm sure you heard it too, when you knock on that door, you hear those kids squealing, and they're so appreciative that we're giving them a dinner.
Yeah, they can't believe it. And I tell you what, if you're looking to give back to the community and you're looking for fulfillment, not only for yourself or for your team or for your business, if you have a small business or something, and you want to be a part of the Thanksgiving, you want to be a part of the holiday of hope for Thanksgiving, even for Christmas, do yourself a favor, jump in, dive in, and there's nothing like it. I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing. It will change your heart completely, 100%.
That's one of the things that we really, I think, we reach kids in the neighborhoods too, but we also give opportunities for people to serve. Most everybody wants to give back in one way or another. Well, we often give that opportunity, and the holiday of hope, the Thanksgiving, we have over 100 volunteers that show up, and we need every one of them too, because we gave out, the year before last, we gave out over 300 complete Thanksgiving dinners. That's 300 families. And with all the turkeys and all the food that comes in, that people got to put it together and then deliver it, it's a massive operation. And without lots of volunteers, but it really goes, and it's very, people feel very blessed, and they come back. Many of them come back year after year, and it gives them an opportunity to serve. They and bring their kids to learn how to give too. So
I know we did some Christmas gifts this year, and I couldn't even fit everything in one bag. I went everywhere to look for a bag big enough, because I didn't want it to be look like one got more than the other, you just want to make it even, because I know we had 4 kids and they all were keeping track.
Yeah, what I loved about your Christmas, by the way, the Holiday of Hope, is that you actually get a hand. You get the way that you set this up for the community to get involved is just amazing. You actually put the first name and the age of the person that you're buying for, so you're not just walking around the store and you're thinking, I don't even know what to buy. I'm not, but for me, I had that hand, like a little cutout, and it had the little boy's name and the little girl's name with the age. And you know what? I could just picture them in my mind as I'm walking down the aisle. And I said, you know what, Amanda, you're going to get a great toy today, or Johnny, you're going to get a fantastic truck. And it's just so wonderful how you've designed this, and you've made it so welcoming for the community to really get involved.
And I think I remember, I wasn't sure, because I don't have any 8-year-old girls in the house anymore. And I posted on Facebook, moms of 8-year-old girls, tell me what they want, Yeah,
it is a lot of fun. So you have warm hands and warm hearts.
That's a special time too. It's during the winter months. Our community impact program after school, of course, is when it's warm weather. But in the cold months from January to March, our teams come together and we continue with our home visits. We take hats and gloves and scarves and socks and food. And these are items that our volunteers, our supporters, people that have seen and heard about us have dropped things off at our office. We bag them up together, and every child gets hats, gloves, and scarves. And when we go to the door, you hear them squealing, and it's almost like a fashion show. They are so excited to get hats and gloves, when it's cold out. And it's such a great time. It's lots of smiles, lots of hugs, and they're really appreciative of it, and really doesn't matter really what financial category a child is in, whether you are a rich family or you don't have a whole lot of money in your home. But when you get hats and gloves, that is something really cool.
That's a big deal.
So it's a great time. And of course, the parents are always grateful when we bring cereal or canned goods to the house too.
Oh, that's
one
fantastic.
of the fun things about that too. When we go to the door. It's in the wintertime. We're giving out hats and gloves. And, when we answer the door, the kids know our program is Scooby-Doo. We call it Scooby-Doo. We knock on the door and say, Scooby-Doo, and the kids come screaming and running. And then they want to come out. They think we're going to do the Scooby-Doo program. It's like 20 degrees.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Steve and Marlyn. So 20 years ago when you were doing this ministry and you are teaching and helping 3, 4, 5, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, did you ever think that 20 years from that point on, or even 10, 15 years from that point on, that you would actually have a youth leadership program that you would add to your already growing outreach? Tell us about the youth leadership.
Oh my goodness. When I look at them, I get emotional every time. When I look at those kids, they are precious. A lot of those kids have been in our program since they were 3 or 5 years old, and they sat on the tarp. When they came out to our programs, we always made them feel safe. We always made sure we valued them. And they were growing in our program. Well, our program out in the community is geared towards elementary to middle school kids. And like Steve said, we're known as the Scooby-Doo program. Then after a while, you get 12 years old, 13, peer pressure sets in, and it's not so cool.
You still go to Scooby-Doo?
You still go to Scooby-Doo. It's kind of babyish, right? So we decided to start the youth leadership program. I mean, it wasn't in our plan, but we started it, and they love it. They come out, they give back to a program that's changed their life. And they have their own colored shirts, and they come out, and the young kids now are sitting on the tarp are looking at our youth leadership kids ages from 12 to 17. The younger kids are looking up at them as leaders, and they're helping us with registration. They're bagging food. Some are teaching the lesson. I mean, they're all participating with us when we go out in the community. And then once a month, we have April Cheatham, who has been such a great asset to our organization. She leads our youth. And once a month, they get together, and of course, we feed them. They all love to eat pizza and Chick-fil-A. But it's always a good, strong, structured lesson on being a leader, being an adult, the importance of staying in school, learning a trade, going to school.
Saving money. Yes,
we just had that happen, saving money. And then we also have different business people come in and speak into their lives. Just a month ago we had the president of Harford Community College. She came in, and she shared a lot of the bumps in her life growing up, which she went through, and she persevered, and look at her today.
That's right.
And I mean, it was a great time.
And it's important to say too, is the kids, anybody can come to the Scooby-Doo program, but if you want to be in the youth leadership, you have to apply, and you have to agree you're going to serve, you're going to give back, you're going to stay in school, you're not going to smoke, you're going to be of good character. Things like this. So we're trying to develop leaders. We didn't want it to be a youth group. We wanted they serve with us at the communities. They work with us. They do a lot of different jobs. So it's really is truly a leadership thing and a discipleship program.
Right.
That's fantastic.
That
really
is, honey, you could go in.
And even
a lot of people don't know your story, that you were a broken home and always looking for food by yourself. People don't know that story.
It's powerful. Kids want direction. They long for it. They long to be directed. They long to be instructed. They long guidance. And the leadership program is just really, really fantastic. It's like icing on the cake for these kids. And I'm just so excited that you guys have been able to find a place in your program and your outreach for them at that stage of their life. And that's just really fantastic. You are building the community is what you're doing. You're helping to build a sustainable, structured community, and we're just so happy about that. So, and lastly, one of my favorites as well, summer camp.
Yeah, absolutely. Summer camp is a highlight. It's such a highlight for all of our kids. It takes them out of their community, giving them exposure to God's beautiful creation, where they can build friendships, relationships, and grow in their relationship with Him. And we we have done this throughout the years, but then we had a gentleman that came out to our after school program, came to one of our fundraisers, and fell in love with the work that we do in the community. And his name is Mr. Tony Brown. The kids know him as Mr. Tony, and they love him. Tony has grabbed this program and he has led it to where in the summertime we might have 40, 50 kids that have the opportunity to go to summer camp right here in Maryland. And we hear so many great thank yous and comments from the kids, and they all cry. They don't want to go home because they've had so much fun, and they hope for the opportunity to go back the following summer. So that really has been such a blessing.
That ride home for the van when we pick them up and them talking, and they're talking about next year riding home. Next year I'm coming back. Next year I'm going to do this and that. They get to do things that they've just never ever thought possible.
Yes,
that's great. That's really fantastic.
That is wonderful.
What kind of needs? I mean, what's happening in the next few months that our viewers can be a part of, that we can be a part of? Share with us what's happening in the world of Extreme Family Outreach.
Well, Rob, we have real soon coming up on March the 17th, we're having volunteer training. It's giving folks the opportunity to learn the nuts and bolts of who we are, what we do, where we go, and giving them the opportunity, whatever works into their schedule, whether it's one-time event like coming out for the Holiday Hope Thanksgiving, or they would like to partner with us and go into the communities and serve the 9 weeks that we're in communities, or do home visits with us. Each and every part of what we do will be shared that evening, and they have the opportunity to ask questions and to sign up for the things that an opportunity for them to serve. And it's a great time. And then after that, we are out in the community for 9 weeks. So we have a lot of things coming up. Like you shared earlier, please go to our website, sign up for the newsletter also. We raise all of our funds. We have awesome businesses that contribute, and we're so grateful. Businesses, churches, and individuals that make all this possible, and we couldn't do it without them. But once you get on the newsletter, every 2 months we send it out with pictures of where we've been, what we're doing, and what's upcoming. Because we want people to see what we're doing with the finances. That we're doing our best to be good stewards of it, of that money.
Very accountable.
That's right.
And for everyone, there's a big auction coming out that they do, which is one of their largest fundraisers, and they're already sold out. And we might have a guest auctioneer on the show tonight. But it is an event. My kids, I tell them, they change everything they're doing. Even if they have commitments, they're going to try to make it at the end because they just love it. So next year, we always share. So we might have a few extra seats at our table. If you'd like to come, just let me know. But it's a great event, and it's where they make a good bit of their funds too, to carry them through, the different months, and so that they can do all these wonderful things that they're doing.
Yeah, we're super excited. We work really hard. We have 2 big fundraisers a year, and we work them hard. We try to make it an enjoyable, fun event, and it's an amazing blessing that we're sold out now. But if any of our guests that are listening are interested, can give us a call. We'll see what we can do. But if you're looking to give and make a difference, please go to our website.
Yes.
I mean, we ask folks when they say, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. I don't have a lot of money. What can I do? $25 a month. We can make a lot happen with that much money. So any way that you can support us is truly appreciated.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's really fantastic. And I'm going to provide the links, by the way, after the show below into the comment, into the description section, by the way. So you'll be able to click right to their website and get some more information about Extreme Family Outreach. So, we're really excited about the things that are happening in the community, in your back door, and we're super excited to have you on the program.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you. Is it next week? I think it is.
Next Friday, and one of our favorite auctioneers are going to be there, and he does a fantastic job in helping raise money for the community. So we appreciate you, Rob McArtor, and you too, Maria.
I appreciate that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's all about celebrating the kids, and it's really a great opportunity to be able to do that. But yes, if you want more information, I'm going to provide the links below in the description section, and you will not be disappointed to align yourself and be a part of such a wonderful organization right here in our back door in Harford County.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Marlyn and Steve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right.
Well, they were wonderful, weren't they?
Always.
Oh,
we
my
gotta get
goodness.
that link up quickly.
Yeah, that's correct. That's
sitting here
correct.
thinking
So we're
that.
going to go quickly through. We only have a few minutes left here. We have
Yes.
a calendar of events, and I'll share maybe a few market stats. Maybe I won't. Maybe you have to call me if you want those market stats. But we'll be right back.
Well,
All right, how
Balky's
about
is one
that?
of our favorite ice cream places,
That's
even at the
right.
beach.
It's-
We have the honor and privilege of going with the owners to our church. So they really are a great, great place. And their ice cream is fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. Let's dive right into the market stats. We'll be right back. All right, how about that? 21206 down in Baltimore. It's a hotbed area right now.
I grew
that
up in
Walther-
21206.
Yep, that Walther corridor there is awesome. So Overleap,
Yeah.
Lower Overleap. So anyhow,
We're glad you joined in. I want you to double check our website to get the link if you'd like to help donate any way, shape, or form, time, money, items. Like I'm going to go look at my closet with all those tags and give some things away. I have a bag sitting right over here that I'm going to give. So check it out. They're touching lives, changing lives. So we hope you can be a part of that as well.
yep, we're all about community, all about highlighting those in the community that are worthy, of course, of being highlighted. We want them on our show. And if you want to be part of our show, please feel free to give me a call at any time. You can contact me through my website, and I would love to have you on our program for a future episode. Maria, we're always better
Together.
we're always better together. And remember, who you work with matters. It matters whether or not you're buying or you're selling a home. So make sure you put Marlyn Homes team at the top of the list of real estate companies, teams that you want to interview when it comes to either buying or selling a property in the Baltimore metro area.
Have a great night.
Have a great night. We look forward to seeing you on the flip side.